together in collaboration with the producers who are the importers of the sugar in Tanzania. Yesterday we started with Kilombero Sugar Company that received the first consignment, which was about 265,000 metric ton. 265 metric ton. We expect maybe in the next 2-3 days, we'll have a total of above 6,000. But currently, which is already in distribution, under distribution, I think is above 3,000, as I mentioned before. Remember, this sugar is zero rated VAT, so we expect the waiver of VAT by the government should go down to the retail and consumer. So we expect the waiver of VAT by the government should go down to the retail and consumers. The objective of the government to waive the VAT is to ensure that the consumers buy this sugar at affordable prices.
Good news there for the sugar consumers across the country. Smoking and excess intake of alcohol continues to be the leading causes of cardiovascular diseases. This has been said by cardiologist Dr. Zainullah Bedian Hamdulai from GHC hospitals in India, urging individuals to quit smoking and reduce alcohol consumption to recommended level. Dr. Hamdulai is in the country under a spatial exchange program involving specialist doctors between the country and the Embassy of India in Tanzania, insisting anyone experiencing chest pains and other related symptoms to consult a heart specialist before things get worse.
You have certain symptoms like tightness in the chest, breathlessness, or you feel there is a swelling on your legs. It is time that you don't ignore such symptoms. We try to investigate ourselves, approach a doctor immediately, and at least do some basic tests which can pick up such symptoms and can prevent bigger problems. So it is not just about diagnosing a heart disease. It is about taking care of yourself before you end up with a cardiac problem.
Now, the doctors who are coming from, a different part of world here, then they can meet the doctors from Tanzania. They can exchange the medical knowledge. They can talk each other because we are arranging the doctor meeting with other doctors here in Tanzania. And they are meeting and they are exchanging the knowledge with each other. So this is beneficial for both of us, for the patients and both of the countries.
Recently, Tanzania has been receiving specialized doctors in heart diseases, aiming at exchanging knowledge and skills with the Tanzanian counterparts as part of consolidating cardio relations between Tanzania and India. Remaining in Dar es Salaam, the business community in the country has been urged to take part in various international business expos so as to gain knowledge on how to market, package, and use modern technology to advance the industrial sector. This was stated in Dar es Salaam by Al-Junaid Hasham, who is the chairperson of JIBA Dar es Salaam, while closing the first JIBA International Business Expo, JBEX 2024, insisting that in order to achieve countries' industrial goals, traders should maximize on learning from others who have excelled in business.
In order to excel in industrialization, what we need not only is the human resources, i.e. the human capital, but also the capital in order to buy machinery and the capital for the intellect to know what kind of industries to go in. Now, an incubator system can be formed where the brightest brains in our country, in our nation, can come together, and it's expos like this that we've just finished at JBEX 2024, which opens minds not only of our youth, but also of those that are clinging to their youth.
The business coach, Dr. Mahmoud Mauji, says the expo has been a platform for various businessmen and women to learn on how to excel in their businesses, while some of the participants express how the expo has been useful to their daily trading activities.
And there's a great interest for Tanzania, and the way we look at the participation here and the people, the footfall, so many people coming in. And today we gave a presentation on risk and insurance, risk management and insurance.
The Director General of National Environment Management Council, Dr. Immaculate Sware, says her council will continue to collaborate with various environmental stakeholders in managing solid waste in the country. She made the remarks during the 5th Global Forum of Cities for Circular Economy in Dar es Salaam, which this year carries the agenda of sustainable solid waste management and transformation of solid waste into usable products to boost economies.
The session here, as we start this week, is a testimony of the MOU signed. It's not something to be kept in the shelves, but rather a working document that is taking the partnership forward for a much longer and stronger collaboration. Solid waste management in our country is a serious environmental problem, particularly in urban settings. Concurrent with the recent socio-economic development, coupled with liberalization of the economy and rapid population growth, the amount of solid waste management is increasing at a very alarming rate.
On the other hand, the Program Director of the Center for Science and Environment at Tbcnews says the strategy will help to reduce solid waste in the country as well as transforming waste into wealth.
To manage our waste, and they would be making money out of it, and our people in Tanzania will be benefited, our environment will be clean, our cities will be clean, and our big landfills, big garbage mountains will gradually disappear.
The 5th Global Forum of Cities for Circular Economy will be held for 3 days, and waste management experts will use the platform to increase awareness on matters related to correct methods of solid waste management. The Tanzania Investment Center, TIC, has received a delegation from the ES Health Care Center company from India that aim to invest $5 million in partnership with the Tanzanite Hospital in the Mwanza region. The Director of the Investment and Promotion from the Tanzania Investment Center, John Mnali, says this is a result of various efforts done by TIC, including the National Investment Promotion Campaign, which was launched in 3 countries, namely India, China, and Indonesia.
Now, on attracting investment to Tanzania, recently we have launched the National Investment Promotion Campaign, whereby the campaign has 2 parts. The first part is attracting investors from outside Tanzania to come and invest in Tanzania. And the second part is to encourage Tanzanians to establish investment projects in various sectors. Now, in conducting the foreign investment promotion campaign activities, we started to launch the campaign in 3 countries, which is India, China, and Indonesia. And if you remember, our president paid an official visit to India recently. So after the official visit of our president, then we launched the roadshow in India. So an outcome of the roadshow that we made in India is the company that we came across with, which is Tanzania Hospital, which is ES Healthcare Enterprise Limited. And during the outward business missions, we were accompanied by a local company from Tanzania Hospital. So luckily, these 2 companies, they entered into an agreement to cooperate in investment. So as you have heard, the 2 companies will be cooperating to implement investment projects in various areas.
On the other hand, the vice chairperson of Tanzanite Hospital, Jared Awando, says the investments will cater for the improvement of the Tanzanite hospital facilities such that most services which were sought abroad will be available in Tanzania. While the director of Dar es Salaam Health Care Center, Pina Vyas, says her company aims to stimulate the provision of the best medical services in the country.
Healthcare India has got into a business collaboration to invest $5 million in healthcare and health facilities in Tanzania. We thank the President of Tanzania, who initiated the medical tourism and the Tanzania Investment Center for giving us a very good opportunity to collaborate with ES Healthcare from India. They are coming here for the first time with the managing director and the operations manager to survey and do a feasibility study of the project that we are want to start in. We've already signed the agreement, and they are ready to start by 1st of April. And the TIC will assist us to facilitate all the licenses that are required.
While we met last month only in January, during the Vibrant Gujarat, and we have finalized the things to promote medical tourism over here in Tanzania to give best services to the patients. Like patients who is suffering has to come over there. So we are trying to associate with Tanzanian government and do the project.
Absa Tanzania Limited has joined the Tanzania Mortgage Refinance Company Limited, TMRC, as a 19th shareholder following the investment of 1.62 billion capital in TMRC. This move will enable Absa to gain more capacity for loan provision in the mortgage sector. The CEO of TMRC, Oscar Mgaya, says the investment strengthens the financial capacity for TMRC and will be able to raise more funds, while the managing director of Absa Tanzania Limited, Obaid Laser, further elaborates on the significance of this new investment.
TMRC is a financial institution which is involved in providing long-term funding to banks and financial institutions for the purpose of banks and financial institutions to provide long-term mortgage loans to their individual customers. So today we are here to celebrate an additional shareholder and member. Absa Bank Tanzania has joined today as the 19th shareholder and member of TMRC. And Absa has done so by investing 1.6 billion shillings as capital into the TMRC shareholding. With that investment from Absa, that amount adds to TMRC capital. As it stands today with that investment from Absa, TMRC capital is 27.5 billion shillings.
We have invested a total of 1.6 billion Tanzanian shillings into the TMRC shareholding, which has now given us a percentage shareholding of 6% into the TMRC. And this means a lot, because what it means for us as Absa Bank Tanzania is that we are going to be capacitated now more than ever before by TMRC by being able to access the mortgage financing funding up to 32 billion TZS, which we will use now to extend mortgage loans, mortgage financing to our customers and Tanzanians at large.
By joining TMRC, Absa will be accessing funds for mortgage purposes from TMRC as part of its strategy to grow its business through the issuance of mortgage loans. Head of the Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies at the University of Dar es Salaam, Dr. Michael Liakurwa, says the first ever clinical ethics committee in Mbeya has been formed after various doctors were given a 4-day training to boost their capacity in providing medical services. He made the remarks in Mbeya during the training run through ETMED project, which aims to eliminate medical dilemma related to legal matters. Here's a report prepared by Adolf Mbata and read by Maria Mobero.
Speaking at the Mbeya Referral Hospital during the 4-day training sponsored by Norway, the head of the Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies at the University of Dar es Salaam, Dr. Michael Yakura, says committee is going to help to remove the dilemmas that medical practitioners do face at work.
The clinical ethics committees we are doing here are going to be very helpful in helping our doctors reflect on moral issues, ethical issues that arise in their healthcare setting, and to help them to resolve the issues actually, and find good solutions that can help make a better judgment.
Dr. Berit Hofseth Larsen is the Secretary of Clinical Ethics Committee of Oslo University Hospital and researcher at the Center for Medical Ethics at the University of Oslo. She says that similar committees have brought major changes in the health sector in Norway.
And why we're here is because me and myself and my colleagues from Oslo, we have great experience from clinical ethics committees in Norway from 25 years back, so that we hope that we can share some experiences and some knowledge.
Dr. Trav Johans, Associate Professor at Alder University, gives his experience in working through committees where Norway is one of the most successful ones.
Tell the message that the committee work is about enhancing free dialogue, and it should be a place where the committee members can talk freely.
The mother by herself, because of some reasons or because of not knowing the consequences that will happen, she may not agree. Sometimes because of the religious issues, by thinking that by having being delivered by an operation by cesarean section is not a right way for them to deliver, or others they may need, or they may tell you that I need to talk first to my religious leader so that they decide for them.
Following death of President of Namibia, Hage Geingob, at the age of 82, mourners have gathered at the residence of the late president in Windhoek to convey messages of condolences to widow Monica Gingos and the family at large. Among the mourners were founding president of Namibia, Sam Nujoma. Here are more details.
It is a moment where, as human beings, as Christians, we gather to say, thank you very much. We wish you strength as a family. And we are here to cry upon each other's shoulders and to console each other.
Is at this house to share these difficult moments. All of us as Namibian people across the political spectrum of our country. At a personal level, I have been with the family since yesterday, and we are just calling on the nation to be united at this difficult moment.
And tributes have also been streaming in from various heads of state and governments, including from the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan. Here are more details. Now, before we wind up the local news tonight, let us now have a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. And for the last story, if you want to know more details about that particular story, you could follow up through our social media platforms. You get all the latest about that sad story happening there in Namibia. Now stay tuned for all the latest in international news. And here is international news as compiled by Nyambona Masamba and read by her as well.
Starting Pakistan, armed men in northwest have attacked a police station. At least 10 officers were killed and another 6 were injured in the city of Dila Ismail Khan. It is a remote police station which is stationed outside the main city of Dila Ismail Khan. Pakistan have seen a series of attacks on the security forces in recent days. General elections were scheduled to take place on Thursday. The Taliban fighters in Pakistan have been attacking police stations randomly over the past few months. The spike is a number of attacks. Dozens of policemen have been killed in several police stations, and attack happened days before elections. To Latin America, Chile has declared 2 days of mourning for the victims of wildfires. At least 112 people have been killed as fire is burning in the central part of the country. There are fears death toll could rise as about 400 people are unaccountable for. Strong winds and high temperatures are fueling the flames in the coast of Valparaiso region, and more fires have started further to the south. Witnesses say the heat of the flames were unbearable. This is the deadly fire in the history of Chile, a country already familiar with natural disasters. 100 remaining missing, presumed dead. Firefighters continue working day and night to control the fires in the densely populated Valparaiso region. Official results in El Salvador presidential election haven't been released, but the incumbent Nayib Bukele has already declared himself a winner. His popularity is largely attributed to his crackdown on criminal gangs. Celebration in San Salvador, the capital, has started. Supporters of Bukele cheering a victory that will give the elected president a second term. Appearing before the cloud of servants, Bukele called the election historic. He told his supporters to wait and see for the coming 5 years what they are going to do. Bukele said they will keep going to do impossible and showing the world the example of El Salvador. And Venezuela has one of the highest inflation rates in the world. As uplifting and some U.S. sanctions and dropping prices, many people are struggling to cope. The inflation fell from 300 to 190% last year. There was some reason to celebrate to some Venezuela. A South American nation still has one of the highest rates in the world, with wages float in the past 2 years and no exchange rates. Making a trip to the shop is a nightmare to some people. The local Bolivar currency loses value against the dollar from weeks to weeks. Economists say the government is not raising wages to control inflation, but President Nicolás Maduro said things are better.
That was international news. Sports news up next. And in sports news, the Embassy of Sweden to Tanzania vows to continue to support Tanzanian government in sports investments, especially in the constructions of sports facilities. Speaking during the opening of Mabatini Sports Center in Mwanza, Ambassador of Sweden to Tanzania Didier Chasot says the construction center is outstanding, is the result of outstanding 60 years of Tanzania and Sweden bilateral ties.
The construction of these sports facilities in Mwanza will strengthen the relationship between Tanzania and Sweden. The center will also boost the social welfare of the community in the region.
Kituo hiki kwa hakika ni kielelezo cha nafasi kubwa ya michezo katika maendeleo ya jamii.
Mabatini Sports Center has been constructed by the Mwanza municipality in collaboration with other sports stakeholders such as Mwanza Sports Charity and other stakeholders from Germany and Sweden. Tanzania football stakeholder Abbas Tarimba suggests Tanzania embarks on football research on how talents are scouted and developed as a key step to stand out in the international competitions like AFCON. Tarimba told a BBC reporter in Dar es Salaam that for many years Tanzania has failed to get good national teams due to lack of enough and well-prepared talent, urging football authorities to take action right now.
We needed to do research. Now we do football scouting of our players because we have used different strategies of getting players, but they have failed. Therefore, we have to do research now to build a strong national team, Taifa Stars. This style of picking players from different areas without space focus are significantly probably failure. Football professionals have to sit down, discuss and come up with strong solutions if we want to win international tournaments.
Wao wamefanikiwaje kule, kwa sababu ziko nchi ambazo tulikuwa tunazifunga goli 7 hapa kama Komoro.
Tanzania national team Taifa Stars has qualified for the African Cup of Nations 3 times but never won any football match during the tournament, and this has made football stakeholders question on how the team is selected. And now that's the sports news. Now, before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello viewers, my name is Joyce Makwata from Tanzania Meteorological Authority, and this is 24 hours weather forecast starting from tonight. Rainfall pattern are showing signal of having rainfall, especially over the central western part of our country extending to southwestern island, with the reduction of activities over the northern sector. During the night, we expect Lake Victoria Basin, western part of our country, southwestern island, southern part of Morogoro, together with Ruvuma, to feature partly cloudy condition thunder showers over a few areas. Central, we expect just partly cloudy condition rain showers over a few areas. While over northeastern island, entire coastal belt, together with northern part of Morogoro, we expect light rain showers over a few areas during the night. Tomorrow, generally we expect southwestern island, together with Ruvuma, to experience cloudy condition thunder showers over a few areas and sun interval. While over the west, Lake Victoria Basin, central, Morogoro region, we expect partly cloudy condition thunder showers over a few areas and sun period. Lindi and Mtwara, we expect just partly cloudy condition rain showers over a few areas and sun period. Northeastern island, Tanga, Eyes of Unguja and Pemba, together with Dar es Salaam and Pwani, we expect just partly cloudy condition, light rain showers over a few areas and sun period. Now let's have the next 4 days weather forecast. Dear viewers from Tanzania Meteorological Authority, it's me, Joyce Makwata. Thanks for watching, and I wish you a good night.
And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Nasa Kingu. We all wish you a good night.
Mambo vipi mtazamaji wa TBC1? Karibu katika kipindi cha Nondo za Kijiweni. Katika kipindi hiki tunafika katika maeneo mbalimbali ambapo jamii inakusanyika. Nia na madhumuni ni kutaka kufahamu wao wanajua nini kuhusiana na masuala mbalimbali ambayo yanaendelea katika jamii. Na leo nipo katika eneo la Tabata. Kitu hasa kilichonileta hapa ni kutaka kujua kuhusiana na kati ya mjini na kijijini. ni wapi rahisi zaidi kufanikiwa katika michakato mbalimbali ya maisha. Kwa hiyo twende tukawasikilize. Ungana nami kuanzia mwanzo mpaka mwisho wa kipindi hiki. Jina langu naitwa David Geke. Karibu. Mambo vipi bwana?
Safi kabisa, mbie.
Shwari tu. Hivi hiki kijiwe kinaitwaje?
Hiki kijiwe maarufu kama mwarobaini mchungu. Mwarobaini mchungu kwa Ngonyani hapa Tabata shule. Ili eneo ni Tabata shule. Na hilo Tabata shule limebebwa na hizi shule ambazo ziko jirani yetu hapa. Ndio limechukua jina kubwa na hili eneo. Kwa hiyo panaitwa Tabata shule.
Kuna baadhi ya mitaa, kwa mfano Sinza, panatambulika kama Sinza kwa Janja. Nyie Tabata mnafahamika kama watu aina gani?
Tabata shule kwanza sisi, yani huku Tabata ni watu wa kadanse. Tabata kuna, yani tuna kaserikali ketu, yani huku pabu nyingi, yani hivyo, yani vurugu zote za mjini ni huku. Kwa hiyo yani huku ukizungumzia Bata ni Tabata. Nadhani maeneo mengine Dar es Salaam kama vile yani yanafuata tu njia, lakini Tabata ndio kwa Walabata.
Sasa mimi kitu kilichonileta hapa ni kuhusiana na kati ya mjini na vijijini. Ni sehemu gani ambayo ni rahisi kufanikiwa kimaisha zaidi?
Kati ya mjini na kijijini kufanikiwa kimaisha inategemeana na ya muunganiko wa watu, na miundombinu mingi imewekezwa mjini, viwanda, biashara nyingi, watu wamewekeza sana mjini. Kwa hiyo kwa kijana au mtu yoyote ambaye anaweza kaona kwamba labda na kaelimu fulani au na ujuzi fulani, akija mjini ni rahisi kwake kuweza kutumia kile kipaji chake alichokuwa nacho, kwa sababu ni eneo ambalo limegawanyika katika maeneo mengi. Kuna shughuli mbalimbali ambazo yeye anaweza akafanya na akafanikiwa, tofauti na kijijini. Kijijini ni shughuli moja tu, ni kilimo. Kwa hiyo unakuta ufinyu wa utafutaji wa kijijini ni mmoja tu, ni kilimo. Lakini tukija mjini kumegawanyika katika nyanja mbalimbali ambazo mtu anaweza akafanya